In China, headlines went viral because of people being denied their jobs and even dates just because of their sign. We're talking about real job ads where Leos or Virgos were blacklisted just because of their personality traits. That is astrology used as a hard filter for real-life discrimination. Still think it's a joke? We all see the memes about this evil Scorpio or two-faced Gemini. But why, in the age of science and therapy, do these labels refuse to die? Are we actually reading the stars? Or we are just using old 2000-year stereotypes to justify our bad date choices? Look, that's exactly what I'm talking about. When you start typing, the internet doesn't suggest why are Capricorns so good at delegating. No, it asks, why are Capricorns so good? Why are Libras lying so much? Why is Aries dangerous? And of course the classics. Why are Pisces so emotional? Today we are putting these labels under the microscope. We are moving past the surface level rows to figure out if these are real astrological blueprints, just a collection of bad personality traits. How do these labels even start? Most of them aren't ancient wisdom. It's just a misunderstanding of symbol. Take Gemini. The symbol is twins. So literally people just understanding that two people means two-faced or having line problems. Then we have Leo. Because they are named after the king of the beasts, everyone assumes they must be narcissist or obsessed with attention. And don't even get me started on Capricorns or Taurus. Because the signs have horns, we label them as stubborn, confrontational, or aggressive by default. We've taken physical archetypes and force them into personality traits without even looking at actual energy behind them. Let's look at the evidence locker. If we look at the actual statistics of the most heated zodiac signs of 225, some of you are suffering a lot more than others. Pause and comment right now. Who do you think is the most hated sign? First question. And who is the golden child that nobody seems to have problem with? Okay, reveal time. The results are in. The golden child is actually Cancer, with only 5% hate rate, even though people call them crybabies. But as we climb the list, the results actually get spicy. Virgo sits right in the middle of 11%. Largely due to that meticulous neck stereotype of being heavy or criticism and hard to impress. Gemini is actually the most hated sign of the year, likely just because they are two-faced. Literal interpretation has stuck so hard that people see lying as a baseline trait. But is it fair to judge the whole sign based on the 2000 years drawing of a goat or a lion? Let's start the actual interrogation. Why does the world think that you're a nightmare? It's because they are looking at the surface level map instead of the actual engine under the hood. Let's break down the stereotypes with some real celeb examples, because your birth chart is way more important than just your sun sign. Take fire sign. People say all Aries are hotheads, but look at Lady Gaga and Robert Downey Jr. Both Aries, totally different energy. Gaga is bold and outspoken, that classic Aries in the first house drive. But Robert is chill, witty and fast talking because his Aries placement are in a different houses. Same with Leos. Jennifer Lopez has her Leo sign in the 5th house of the spotlight. she has to shine. But Daniel Radcliffe, also Leo, is low-key and notoriously awkward off stage. His Leo energy hidden in his chart, proving that not every Leo is looking for a stage. Earth sign gets roasted for being lazy, but look at Adele. She is Taurus sign who values energy conservation, but she works incredibly hard. And Virgo, Beyonce is a queen of perfectionism. Then we have air signs, the ones that people love to call fake. Geminis are two-faced. Kanye West can switch moods fast. But Angelina Jolie is also a Gemini. It's all about diplomacy and keeping the peace. It's duality, not deception. Finally, the water sign. The Cancer stereotype is a crybaby, and Selena Gomez fits that sensitive, intuitive moon vibe perfectly. But Ariana Grande is also a Cancer, and she's way more bossy and savage than the memes more suggest. The truth is, you're not just your sun sign. Real crybaby Cancers have their moon or lots of water placements. Chaotic Gemini have wild Mercury aspects. Dramatic Leos shine when the sun or planets hit the 5th house. No two people are the same sign in the same way. That's why birth charts are the same. But now let me tell you about the dating problems. How fast can you get cancelled for your sign? Did you know that over 42% of people on dating apps have either swiped left or ghosted someone just because of their zodiac sign? Oh, that's insane. So we compared official dating app starts from 220 to 225 and found the most liked and the most disliked zodiac signs constantly change. There is no universal outcast. So in 220, most liked signs, Aries and Scorpio. Least liked, Capricorns and Aquarius. 221, most liked Virgo. Least liked, Cancer, Aquarius. 222, Gemini, Libra, Virgo. Most liked signs and least liked again, Cancer. 223, Virgo, Gemini, Libra. No least liked signs. 224, no most liked signs, no least liked signs. No unified public data. In 225, we have only the least liked signs with Gemini, Scorpio, and Aries. 42% of users avoid these signs. And we have got the idea to check if the least liked zodiacs will appear among our Instagram audience poll. So we ran it asking, which zodiac sign would you never date and why? Here what we found.
Our evidence locker is messy. Scorpios are out here being called emotional assassins. But the Scorpios, they are blaming Aries for being heartbreakers and gold diggers. Virgos got dragged for their control issues, while Cancers were officially labeled the manipulators you're all avoiding now. But the funniest part, the Aquarius self-hate. Aquarians are literally refusing to date other Aquarians because they can't handle their own ego. And our Tauruses, they're reporting 15 years of exhaustion from trying to make it work with fire and air signs. The most hated zodiac sign in our survey turned out to be Scorpio, with Virgo taking second place.
And here's the widest part. These same zodiac stereotypes you see in memes and dating apps, swipe show up everything, even in our own polls. Psychologists call these confirmation bias. Once you've heard Gemini are toxic or Scorpios are dangerous, your brain starts looking for proof. That's why the cancelled signs really change. We all unconsciously looking for reasons to believe in this hype. But I'll explain that better below. Why the astrology community in 226 even messier than it was in 223. Psychology tells us that labeling a person makes them feel predictable and safe to our brain. If I can label my toxic boss as a classic Capricorn workaholic, or my ghosting date as a detached Aquarius, I don't have to deal with the messy, unpredictable reality of who they actually are. Astrology is a map, it's not a driver. Your birth chart shows you the weather, but you are the one behind the wheel. Using astrology to justify being a jerk or to blacklist the whole group of people isn't living your truth. It's just a lack of character development. If you want to be a part of the next investigation, head over to the Psychic Book Instagram. I'm running polls right now for the next deep dive, and your answers might literally end up in the next video. Now I want to hear the tea in the comments. One sign you are officially done with. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the label. We're going even deeper the next time. See you in the next one.